Hi, it's Kevin. Welcome to another episode of the No BS Social Media Updates. Today we're talking, something I think that, plays in both the celebrity world, if you will, as well as the real world. And I think one of the first issues I deal with when talking social media, whether it's with friends, whether it's with family, whether it's with, celebrities, whether it's media celebrities, whether it's music business celebrities, no matter who it is, the issue of privacy always comes up. Everybody is afraid to have their privacy invaded. And I think it plays into where they tell you, don't broadcast out on the internet when you're away because, burglars can find you. And there's some truth to that. And one of the things I've done, not only from the safety standpoint, but also from the celebrity standpoint, since so many of my clients work in the media and work in the music business, is I've reminded them, you don't have to tell people where you're at. You want to tell them where you've been. Everybody thinks that social media has to be dealt with in real time. And that's not the case at all. And as I tell people, especially when you're, let's say you're a celebrity, you're out and about at a restaurant, and you hear the stories of all these baseball players and football players and NBA players who are out eating dinner, and lo and behold, they get besieged by autograph seekers. Or I guess that works for celebrities and movie stars too, for that matter. I'll never forget when I was in Ohio. It's the home of LeBron James, where I was in Akron, Ohio. And even from the time LeBron was in high school going into the NBA when he played for the Cleveland Cavaliers, I'd see him around town. In fact, I'll never forget, they seated him like 3 seats away from us at an Outback restaurant. Yeah, LeBron James ate at Outback. But what impressed me most is only one or two people, and they usually had kids with them, came up to even speak to LeBron, because a LeBron sighting in Akron, Ohio was pretty commonplace. Well, think about it in terms of if you see a celebrity, and I've actually bumped into celebrities, at all sorts of places here in Nashville or just across America, whether it's in an airport, whether it's wherever you may be, and the natural inclination at first is to panic a little bit, but then to want to go up and at least say something intelligent. Well, the same thing works for social media. If you don't tell people where you are, they won't necessarily come out seeking you. They won't come out finding you. I ran radio stations for nearly 30 years, and one of the things we do is we do concerts or we do interviews with artists live on the air. And notoriously, in the time we had them on the air, they'd come do something with us. By the time they'd get out in the parking lot, there'd be, two, three, half a dozen people waiting for them to get autographs. Now, you know what? Those are just industrious people looking to claim autographs. But think about it in those terms. So if you don't want people to necessarily, find you in real time, don't tell them where you are, tell them where you've been. Now, I run into a separate problem when I'm doing social media. I do a lot of the driving when I'm out with my wife or things like that. Now, she can be in Facebook, on the phone, or whatever while we're driving down the road, but I can't be while I'm driving. So a lot of what I do is, whether it's taking pictures, whether it's doing social media updates or whatever, is whenever we've gotten to our next destination. So mine aren't necessarily in real time. Well, let's be honest. Does anybody really care what you're doing at that exact moment? It's one thing when you're like what I do, live tweeting a major event, whether it's the Oscars, whether it's the Country Music Awards, whatever it is. When you're in the middle of a big event, whether it's the Super Bowl, and you're in the middle of talking with your friends online, well, then real time matters. But if you're not somewhere you need to be in real time, well, then it doesn't need to be in real time. Does that make any sense to you? So that'll help with your safety, whether it's in your personal life or in your business life as well. Don't worry about telling me exactly where you are. Tell me where you just were. And you don't even have to phrase it in the past tense or the present tense. Best meal I've ever had. Boom, there it is. And you can do that as you're leaving the building. You can post something after you've left, after you've gotten home. It doesn't matter, as long as you're making sure to watch, what your preferences are when it comes to telling people where you're exactly at. Those are the things you got to watch too. Another No BS social media update. Do one again for you next week. You can always find us online, intensitymedia.net. That's our website. Also, all the No BS videos on YouTube, on our No BS social page, as well as our intensitysocial.com page. We're always here. Would love to talk with you. If you have any social media needs, I'd love to help.